Live from the Chattanooga Zoo. I don't have anybody online with me right now, so I have no idea if my microphones are working or if I've turned my camera around where you can actually read what's on my hat. But anyway, I'm just going to give a few little pieces of information here. I'm going to rest my elbow on my knee. This is a fundraiser for the zoo. It's called Spirits in the Wild. And there's probably at least a couple of thousand people here. It's $85 a ticket, if I remember right, for the open bar. There's a lot of food around to eat for free, and there is, I don't know, probably 25 or 30 open bar tables. I paid quite a bit less than that to get the designated driver ticket, so I'm not drinking anything while I'm here tonight. I think that's probably the best move. I will say that, like all live streams, while I'm streaming, I will have monetization turned off. I'm going to try to turn monetization on when I'm done. However, there is a real possibility that with the band playing over here, I'm wearing my microphones here with the noise canceling on it, hoping I don't pick up much of that because everything they're playing is copyrighted. And if YouTube hears that too much in the background, they won't let me monetize the live stream. But anyway, we'll get started. I'll try to keep my eye open for anybody that comes into the stream. I will just show you that right here. I can do that. This is the enclosure for the red panda. Now, it was crawling around up here about 10 minutes ago, and I'm pretty sure it has gone into this little enclosure right here because everybody keeps coming up to take pictures. But when I was walking around earlier, I noticed that there was one in here that is just kind of relaxing in the air conditioning. So let's just go in and see if it's still here.
Those are what? Yeah, obviously she's a wild card. She tried to break out with us tonight, but she's not, I can't trust her.
Check out this little wild guy.
Now, I won't bore you with a lot of long. This is for my daughter Sarah. She loves turtles. So somewhere down here at the bottom, I ran across a place doing iced chai, I think, lattes. There they are right down there. And I told them I would be back when I started my live stream. So I'm trying to walk down these stairs, talk, chew gum, hold the phone, and not fall down. I don't want a Bruce Springsteen moment. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll have to look that up online. So yeah, let's come over here. We turn this back around again. There's gonna be a lot of me pointing at the screen tonight as I move the camera from place to place. All right, guys, I forgot my live stream going. You are from Be Caffeinated. I love Be Caffeinated. So let me ask you, I don't know if I'll be able to pick you up much with these microphones or not, but let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I think I read somewhere where you're doing like coffee roasting on Tuesdays and Thursdays, maybe? At your deal downtown?
Yeah, we do a lot more than just those days now because we have a lot more shops and other clients that are using our coffee, but yeah.
And if I were to come in and make a video about roasting coffee, would I be infringing on any like trade secrets of shooting video?
We aren't the guys to ask, but our roasters are super friendly. They always have people and show them around. But also our roastery is actually moving this month. So by the time, I don't know, well, you said this is live, but if you post this anywhere, it might even be a new spot by then. We're moving to Red Bank because we need more space. That's how many people that we're
yeah, I know it's kind of small. Their parking is horrible down there. So okay. So you're going to be gone in about a week, you say?
Yeah, a week or two they'll be moving. Yeah, which they'll probably be back open for the public for it to come in pretty soon. But for a minute, they'll be just wholesale focused.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I'll keep looking for that. So what are my lattes here?
Yeah, so I brought with me tonight our Cafe Giraffe, which is a caramel hazelnut, and we made it with oat milk for anyone who has like dietary restrictions. The note beers are maple mocha.
Okay.
Meerkat mocha, sorry. It is maple and mocha, that's the ingredient.
Okay.
But yeah, and these are both from our zoo menus we made with collaboration with the zoo in the past.
Okay.
Because we actually have a location right across the street from the zoo.
Okay. I have an aversion to oat milk, so I'm just going to do this one.
That's our
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, so they're moving. That's good to know. That means I got one more new coffee shop to go to at some point. So anyway, this is the Cafe Mocha. Now, I'm not a big fan of iced mochas and lattes and all of that, but you know, if you want something that tastes like chocolate milk with a caffeine kick, this is not bad. I'll find a trash can along the way here at some point. Just turn my camera back around. I have to kind of stop to do that because the camera button is right next to the microphone button, and I don't want to mute myself not knowing about it. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but these are the peacocks over here. There's one right here and one laying down over there. You know, obviously they were up walking around when I was out here kind of getting my bearings, and then they all decided to take a nap when I come walking around. And then you won't be able to see it, but maybe if I get over here, there'll be a better view. Might be fooling myself. Yeah, I'm fooling myself. So let's come back over here. So over here in the corner, right back over there, there's also a deer in this enclosure. And again, it was walking around earlier, but it's not walking around so much now. Now along the way, I will probably have to stop and stand still for a little while because I don't know, about an hour of holding this this camera up, so we shall see. This is the Cougar Express lane. There's some people inside there right now, so I'll try to be quiet when I go in, but again, let me just turn this around real quick. It is quite the animal. They do have this inside of a rail car with a viewing window. So we've got one up there and one right down here. Now the other thing is, when I'm walking around with the camera pointed away from me, I will try my best not to move too awfully fast to make everybody sick to their stomach from motion sickness. Let me just come over here and find this trash can. I'm going to circle back around toward where we started from, because I think that
we were just talking about footprint paintings up there.
you might get a glimpse of that red panda that was downstairs in that other enclosure. So you can see, let me just turn this back around again. So we have all of these booths set up. There's alcohol booths, there's food booths, different things that you can eat. Some are sweet, some are savory. I'll pick up something here. along the way when I get done over here where we're going. And these are all sponsored by local restaurants here in town. So the other thing too is that the people at the zoo, let me turn this back around. The people at the zoo are bringing out animals from time to time so that you can get up close. And obviously some of the things I would like to have gotten on camera, they were already done with. So yeah, here is the red panda. Looks like it has worn itself out. I think they sleep a lot. There's nothing in there. It's just this one. Oh, what? I say there's just this one. There's one down here as well. Let me kind of stand here to block the glare. So you can kind of see what they look like. You know, they're not your regular black and white pandas that we're used to, but they are, I think, from Asia. Nepal, Bhutan, China, according to this sign. And they sleep 60% of the day, so that explains a lot.
Like real clubs or whatever, like they would have snapped it. But yeah, like going here and being like, yes, all right.
All right, so there's a sort of a dessert kind of thing here from the Edwin Hotel.
Got some crostini, brie, toasted almond, and raspberry.
Thank you. So I don't know if you heard that or not, but it is a crostini with some almonds, raspberry. I forget what the topping is. So let me get over here and I turn my camera around because right now I got both hands full. These little tables are set up throughout. And I will set this down. Oh man, that's lousy. So anyway, looks like this. And it is a dessert kind of sweetness. You're probably going to hear a really loud chewing. I apologize for that. I wonder if holding my hand over this will help. All right. Time to find another trash can. There's one. Now, there is a long line right here. When I came by here earlier, there was nobody here. And I probably should have gotten food then. But this is Jack Brown Burgers. And they are giving away hamburgers, cheeseburgers. You can see that people are ready for them. And I'm just going to get over here close so you can kind of see they're doing their best to get them ready. And I know from experience they're good. So let's come through here. Excuse me, y'all.
want to interview?
Sure. I'm live.
Sure,
You want to talk to people live?
Where are we at? Who are we talking to?
I'm
We're
on
at the
a.
zoo. It's wild, spirits in the wild. Pretty good.
Is it?
It's a good
Yeah.
time. You should come down.
Who we got watching? Nobody yet?
Nobody yet.
That's good.
Nobody's online yet. Yeah.
Online.
Well, yeah, y'all welcome to come on down. There's tickets still available. It's good food, good beer, good whiskey, good drinks.
Tons of good times.
Yeah.
Good
Unless
folks.
you're like me and you bought the designated driver ticket.
Oh, then there's that. That's fine.
well.
'Cause I
There's
wanted to
plenty
be
of
able
other
to.
people.
I wanted to be able to hold my camera still.
There's other people still.
Thanks a lot.
Good be, y'all be good.
Well, I have to say, it's a little embarrassing to interview somebody on a live stream and they notice that there's nobody watching. But that's the way it goes.
Ew, that was
The other nice thing about the zoo, not only do I have a really good cell signal here, but they have free Wi-Fi all over the zoo, and it's not bad. So let's see what's inside here. Maybe. If I remember correctly, there are things like this here. And usually when I'm here, they're all asleep, which is really, really nice. And we've got another one right there. Oh, excuse me. And one back over there. This is the Gaboon Viper. It is a meat eater, so and it's also venomous. So I'm very happy for the glass. And then I forgot what this is up here at the top. I'll walk around and see if I can see a sign somewhere. And usually there is a, what I call an iguana, but it's actually something else here, but I don't see it tonight. So it's probably taking a nap somewhere. It may be old like me. And I think all of the animals in here are actually outside. I'll walk around there in a minute. So again, you can kind of see right up here. Got someone up here in the trees. And we'll walk out this way.
This was after they said that. Oh, okay. What happened? Because I texted them.
Well, it was here earlier, but it's not here now.
And I was like,
Bummer.
what happened? And they said, well, I was on my way to do a Richie Rich.
All right. Animals are not being cooperative tonight. How about that? There is, it's around here on the other side of one of these buildings. There is an anteater that was out, and it is huge. So let's see if I can find my way back over there.
Let's find the bathroom.
Back around here to the line for the burgers.
No.
It hasn't gotten any shorter. So let's turn this back around again. Y'all getting seasick yet? Again, I think, oh, there's one way up there. This is some different kinds of monkeys and chimpanzees in this area.
But she's asking, she said, if you have to read her, be careful you borrow it. And then she just says, one of our friends, Goose, might come and read that.
This is an African crowned crane. It's a beautiful animal. And it does spend a lot of time outside. Usually you can see it when you're walking around the outside. And yeah, got to go back. Now, I got here at 6 and I didn't start the live stream until 7 because I wanted to kind of walk around and see what all was here. One of the things they were doing was feeding the giraffes between 6 and 7, which is how I got that short you might have seen directing you over here. But they still have a giraffe out, they're just not doing feeding, so I get you the other direction again here.
I would think giraffes in general won't be able to do anything. Because something our size wouldn't be a natural predator to them. They know they're natural predators. Small ones, babies, lions can take them down. Pack of hyenas could too.
And a lot of times when you come out here, they've got 2 or 3 out here, which is a lot more interesting to see how they kind of interact with one another. All right, let's walk. I think the band's taking a break, so it's kind of safe to come this direction at the moment. And here is another table with desserts. Now, you'll notice I'm not worried about carnivore at the moment. I'm back.
Please help yourself as much as you like.
Well, I had the, whoops.
That's okay, grab another one. They're getting kind of soft. You might have to grab it by the cake.
I will eat it and then I'll talk about it.
Good. You got this figured out. There you go. I'll get it. Or the birds will get it. Here, give it to me. I got a trash box back there.
Thank you so much.
Sir.
Appreciate it.
Grab yourself a napkin. That's going to get on your camera.
Have a great night.
You too, thank you. So, yeah, I grabbed a piece of cake. And the first thing it did was it fell off the toothpick. So that's always good. These are the areas sometimes where the chimpanzees are walking around, but sometimes they're not, and I don't see one. It could be way over there. It was sleeping up here last time I came by. So with the band taking a break, I can feel a little safer walking over this direction and not being blasted by music.
Yeah, you guys can touch me if you want to. If you just want to take, 1 or 2 fingers and go gently down the back, just like that.
That's a no from me, dog.
I'll hold the camera while you do it.
No, that's okay. Yeah. The only good snake is a dead snake.
He's got smooth scales, but snakes can have different types of scales. There's smooth, and then there's heel, which is a scale that's got some ridge down the middle. Which is real rough.
Where are you going?
Snakes, they're not always the same.
I know you've answered this 1,000 times, but what kind of snake is this?
This actually isn't a snake.
Oh.
My favorite fun fact about this species, this is a legless lizard.
Okay.
His name is Lieutenant Dan.
But yeah, they're mainly kind of a terrestrial.
Okay.
And he is a European legless lizard. There's a couple different species around the world. There is an American legless lizard called the Eastern legless lizard. They don't typically come into Tennessee, but they are on the East Coast.
Okay.
Another common name for these guys, they're also called glass lizards, and that is for their tendency to drop their tails and shatter it like glass when they are threatened.
Interesting.
Well handled, well worked with. We don't really have that worry with him.
Okay.
But an individual in the wild will essentially do a death roll, like you would see in a crocodilian. They'll roll around in your hands.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't get you to drop them and let them go, they'll drop their tail, and it really does shatter just like glass. It's the wildest thing. I've seen it once on a captive individual who was not well handled. And they will grow it back very, very slowly. It takes them several years to fully grow back the tail, especially if they drop the majority of it.
Yeah. Interesting. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So we're on the back side of the giraffe enclosure at this point. There you go. Come in for your close-up there. Giraffes are just amazing creatures to me. All right, so we are almost 30 minutes in. We've had 0 views so far, so this has turned out really well. Saturday night, I know, 7 o'clock on Saturday night, not a good time. There are some tortoises around here somewhere, but they may all be hibernating in their little shed by now. Because I am not seeing them. They had one out earlier, naturally, where you could kind of get up close and personal. So this is the pavilion where the live music is taking place. And they have a lot of other things that go on there from time to time. So let's make one more little circle here. And got one more place we'll try to get to, and then we'll call it a night. And maybe I'll go get one of those burrs. This is the backside of the chimpanzee enclosure. And again, I'm not seeing him out and about, which is a shame. So let's come around here. I think, if I remember where I'm at, I think around here to the left, maybe where I saw the Anteater. And we'll take a little stroll through this area. Well, let's take a turn here. Let's go see if we can see the spider monkey and the jaguar.
Hi. Where is Val?
So right up here is the monkey.
What's interesting is that it's all tendons, like everything from his wrist down.
And you have to kind of be careful walking through here because this little area down here at the bottom sticks out. And if you try to get too close to the glass, you could fall over like I almost did just then. Um, Again, there's supposed to be a tortoise in here, but I'm not seeing it. So, and usually they have, oh, there it is. They have a Capy Bear here, which is really just a giant rodent. I'm not sure that I would want one for a pet, but it's huge. All right, one last little duck through someplace with air conditioning. And you'll have to see the Jaguar is right up there. It does walk around a lot, but it looks like it's insane when it does.
Got a wild Andrew and a wild Trey right here too.
Do what now?
A wild Andrew and a wild Trey.
We do have one walking over here. It's walking into a cage. I think maybe they're drunk. I'm not real sure, but they might be drunk. So there it is. Don't think it's coming this way. And then
Don't take it. Happy birthday. 2:30. You have 2:40 to go. 2:30. Bear in mind, we're still cheaper than the red Panda account. Okay, I just right back here. And you get to go back there and pay Quinhurst to go have 2:40. 250.
Oh, there it is.
250.
So right through the trees there, you can see the Anteater. May come back this direction in a minute.
Okay, 260 going once. 270. Do I have 280? 280, 290. This is going to a good cause, guys. I'm not pocketing this. Betsy uses this money. It's funding the arts. What number did I say? 290. Do I have $300? Great. Do I have 310? 310. Okay, $300 going once. 310. Do I have 320? 320. Do I have 330?
There it is.
320 going once. Going twice. Sold.
I'm sorry. What are we buying?
So we're going to be doing a painting experience with Betsy the Anteater.
Yeah.
They're bidding so that they can go behind the scenes. They'll get to choose their own paints and see Betsy paint on the canvas that they'll be able to bring home with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a unique experience. So I'm glad I wasn't bidding.
Yeah. Especially for $320.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Betsy literally love Betsy so much.
Okay. Now I'll just turn this around one last time here. As you can see, even at this part, we've got, you know, the open bar here. We've got people sitting down eating here. More food over here. So it is. I came in and saw the marmoset. Oh, there it is. This is a Tamarind. See if I can get the reflection down. And there's another one right there. They are really, really cute, but they do kind of remind me of the movie Gremlins. So I'm not real sure I'd want one in the house. And nothing there. And I don't think there's anything here. There was earlier, but I think it's hiding now. All right. I think that's going to do it for me from the zoo. Maybe if you watch this later, I'll be able to answer any questions you might have. But just for future reference, it appears that 7 o'clock on a Saturday night is not a good time to do a live stream. All right. We will see you all later.